I'm the curator of the exhibition with the title What is the Experiment, and will be on in Bluecoat between November and January this year. We hit upon the title Art of the Experiment to reflect the fact that we are showing work by people who come from various positions that don't reflect the previous DaDaFest exhibition's idea of not normal. And so we're looking at people who are coming from an idea of experimenting with life, making adjustments according to their own personal circumstances, and how that is reflected through their art. So there is no one position except for each individual artist interprets or responds to the idea of how they live experimentally rather than normally. We have several new commissioned works of varying scale. Perhaps the biggest coup we've got is we're showing the first exhibition of prints by an Australian performance artist called Mark Paul. And Mark is shipping over a lot of prints that have never been seen in this country, and he's also making a stamped print here at the Bluecoat workshops. And that's quite a coup for us to have him at DaDaFest. He is disability relevant, and he has a very interesting take on how he represents himself and his experiences of disability. Another artist, Catherine Araniello, has reworked a piece that she made before in Cornwall, and this is called Walking Liverpool. And Catherine uses a motorised wheelchair, and it's quite revealing to she's depicting an unusual barrier to access that she has, which most people would never notice, is that she drives a mobility wheelchair over cobblestones around Liverpool, which creates a formidable challenge to her as a person. So this is a sort of strangely comic effect of Catherine overcoming the obstacles of cobblestones. It's quite a nice piece of work. I also have to mention Tony Eakins' In the Car piece, which is that amusingly Tony used to drive an In the Car, which were these blue three-wheel cars that had a maximum speed of about 30 miles per hour, and they're given to disabled people by the government in years past. And so Tony had one of these, and they were commonly known as spaz wagons, and we only had one seat because disabled people were presumed not to have any family or friends to drive around with. And so Tony has found an old In the Car, and he pimped it up to spray it gold to reflect the alchemical transmutation theme that I was drawing on in a lot of the works. And so we now have a gold In the Car hanging in the void space at the Bluecoat, and so that will become quite an iconic image, I think. Well, I addressed this question some time ago with the board at DaDaFest, and I was talking to them about where the exhibition is coming from, the theme is coming from, is against the presumption of normality and how most people who experience disability, and of course, let's not isolate these people, their disability will become part of everybody's life at some point and in some respect. Even if it's through family members or friends, or everyone gets some experience of disability. So I don't want to ring-fence disability itself as a category, but open it out to a wide mainstream audience as something that everyone can experience and relate to. So what the particular take on that is probably drawn from my own experience of becoming deaf over the course of some 20 years, and for me the value of that experience was the adjustment that I made, the transformation or the transmutation. For me, I always saw myself as gaining deafness rather than losing my hearing, and so I think that is reflected through most of the works in the exhibition, in the sense that they might be seen to be disability positive, because they do not see the alteration, the adjustments that we're talking about to be a negative aspect of their lives.